Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Aries EDC. We are in the shop because we are picking up on the September builds. These are the 80 CRV2 blades that I've been working on. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to go back and watch from the very beginning. The stainless, I am doing 7 knives this month. Actually, I'm doing 10, but for the books, I'm doing 7. So we are here in the shop. The stainless have all been sent out to heat treat, and the 80 CRV2 carbon steels are getting handles, and we have already glued these two up, and we're getting ready to start shaping these today. And the third one is just got glued up now, so I'll check back with you guys on that one, but it's time to get to work. Alright guys, so we're making pretty good progress. I got these roughly shaped, looking good. So now I'm going to use the Dremel, try to smooth a little bit of this out, and then we're going to start hand sanding all these handles out. So there's the gargoyle, it's going to look pretty good. Again, both of these I'm going to go to pretty high grit sandpaper because they get that nice high polish. So I'm going to go up to like 1,000, 15, maybe 2,000 grit sandpaper, the final polish, and then I'll polish them up to make sure we get them nice and shiny. And then this material is interesting, so we'll see how it goes. We're gonna start hand sanding and I'll see what it looks like, but hopefully it turns out the way that that person wants it to, but I won't know until I start hand sanding it. So let's get into it. Alrighty, how about that for coming back to you guys? So these two, wow, okay, I'm exhausted. These two have turned out pretty good. We got the hawk with, again, this is, let me clean that. This is the material that that person sent me. They made this material. So this side looks like that. This side kind of had this dark area. Listen, I don't know. So I just used what he sent me, and that looks pretty cool. That is interesting. I mean, it doesn't look bad. It's just that was the material that was sent. So I hope that person is going to be happy with it, because that I just used what you sent me. And then you have the desert camo kieranite. That turned out pretty darn good. Normally I like to get a lot of this movement in there, but I gotta tell you guys, that looks very nice. And then just a little hints of that movement in there fits very well in the hand. I love the gargoyle, and the gargoyle harpoon is just an extension of that. So on this one, we need to etch the spine and blend all of this in, because obviously I removed all the etching for when I was doing the handle, but it came out really good. So I'm really happy with that. Also, This is done gluing up. So it is time for me to start hitting the grinder and start working on this one as well. So I need to etch this, set this one aside because this one is ready now for the next step. Actually, I need to send pictures to the owner to make sure that he is happy. Maybe clean up some of this glue residue that's on there in the meantime. Clean that up. But I need to send this to the owner, see if he's happy with it, and we'll go from there. Hopefully he's happy with it, because if not, yeah, I don't know. I guess I can make another one. All right, guys, making great progress. So just a quick update. You see the board, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 builds. These are all the micro and the Wesser and one other one. And then we have these. But currently, we are looking pretty good. The pistol, I just got done. I know it looks kind of rough right now, but this handle is going to be pretty stinking cool. I don't know if you guys can see all the contouring I put in there, but there's going to be plenty of contouring. It fits the hand really well. So basically, this is jute micarta. So I'm gonna acetone clean it, and then it's gonna get the linseed oil, and that is where it's gonna start looking really, really good and start getting that finish. But on this one and on the gargoyle harpoon, I need to re-etch the spines and down on the handles just to blend that all in again. Because they're harpoons, it'll be a little bit easier to blend that in where the jimping is, but I need to do that. So I gotta play with break out the ferrochloride and start playing with that. But what do you guys think of that? It's looking pretty cool. And everything looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with the micarta. It's feeling really good, and I think that overall look, yeah, that's gonna look pretty sick. So we're gonna get those, and good news, the person that is getting this was happy with the way that this is looking, so that makes me happy. It is nice and shiny. It's hard to pick up the sheen on it, but it is nice and shiny. So this one is ready for the sheath. So I could tape this one up, start working on the sheath, but the other two, I got to do the ferrochloride and to do that. So they're ready to do the sheath. So a ton of work still left to go. So let's figure it out. All right, guys, I say we had a pretty productive day. I got all the handles shaped and polished and re-etched the spine on both the pistol and the gargoyle harpoon. So now we're all looking pretty good. So these two are ready for the sheath, but this one I want to soak with some linseed oil. I might get to the sheaths tomorrow, but I'm at the end of my day today. But I want to do the linseed oil on the pistol real fast so I can just let that soak. I want to let that linseed oil really soak in for a couple days. So I'm going to just add a couple drops on here. I got this nice squeeze bottle, and I'm just going to add a little bit of this and spread it around. I do this with all of my micarta. Micarta is, you know, a natural fibrous material. So the linseed oil just kind of really seeps in, as you can see. It gets into those fibers of the material, and it helps protect it and it gives it a really great finish also. Obviously, I'm going to wax it and do everything when it's all said and done, just because it makes it even look better and it protects it a little bit more. But the linseed oil really starts to bring out that color, as you can see. It's starting to get that nice deep blue that you want from that jute micarta, and it looks really, really good. So what do you guys think of that? Yeah, it's gonna look pretty stinking cool. So let me hit the other side real quick, and when we come back, this should be done, and we're gonna start talking sheaths. We got some interesting choices for some of these. Actually, this one's getting the red, this one's getting the raptor skin, and the desert camo, I think we're just gonna do black on that. I gotta check the board here behind me, but I'm too busy doing this. But anyway, I will let this soak, and when we come back, we'll talk sheaths. So yeah, looking good. All right, guys, so here is the kydex that we're going to be using for these three. We had the raptor skin that's going to go on the pistol, the carbon fiber that's going to go on the gargoyle harpoon, and the red that's going to be going on the hawk. So I'm going to just jump on pressing all of these out and getting all those done, and then I'll touch base with you guys afterwards. Plus, I have my live stream coming up, so I need to prep for that. We're probably going to work on these during the live stream, unless I decide to get more done, and then I'll just work on these during the live stream. Just a little teaser. All right, guys, that was a successful live stream, and I say it all the time. If you're not catching the live streams, you're missing out on a lot, because I was able to get all these sheaths done during the live stream. So we got the pistol with the raptor skin looking good. Got the thumb ramp on there, fits nice and tight, locks in nice, no rattling, not moving around. Same with the gargoyle. Actually, it's a little tight, which will loosen up over time, but definitely feels really good and locks in really well. So I got to put a black loop on this one, a black loop on this one. Actually, no, a blue loop. This person wanted a blue loop. So we're going to put a blue loop, which I have, yeah, I have them over there. So I'll put those on. And then the hawk with the red. So ran into a little issue with this. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to deal with it. I'm going to have to maybe round off the sheath a little bit. So here's my issue. It fits well. But what I'm finding is this material, you guys, if you've been following, this material is pretty soft. And when you could see it's kind of digging into the material. The sheath is digging into the material. So I've had to like soften that edge of that, but I'm trying to still have the, like, it still locks in well, but it was like removing material. So I'm kind of concerned over the life period of this knife, how that's going to work. But then again, this was handle material that the person made. So I'm really kind of at a loss at what to do here. But I'm going to keep moving forward. I'm going to have to kind of fix the blemishes on the handle right there and on this side just to make them look good. But we're looking pretty good. I mean, the hawk, the blade is looking good. It fits well in the sheath. We're going to do a white loop on that like I did for the other one. And right now we are talking beads. So I have the handle material for the pistol and I can start getting work on that. The gargoyle harpoon, that person wants to make their own. So I'm just going to send them some of the material so that they can make their own bead. So I'm not going to put a lanyard on this one. So this one is pretty much ready to be sharpened. I still have to make the bead for the pistol and make the bead for this. He wanted the bead the same material like I usually do, but I didn't have any leftover material. If you guys remember, that material was just long enough
for me to do it. So I didn't have any leftover material big enough for me to do a bead for. So I don't know if I can do that, but I do have that red pearlescent, and I don't have any more of the white pearlescent that I did on those because it was just enough material for that one knife. I had the red, so I've reached out to him to see if he wants like the opposite. I could do a red and do a lanyard on it. I don't know. So we're gonna see what he says, see if he's okay with it. If not, I'm not really sure what else to do for that. So we'll see. I mean, I'll dig around, but I don't think I didn't save any of that material. So we're looking pretty good. So as of right now, this one can start getting sharpened, and this one needs the bead. And I have the material to do the bead, so it's time to go get started doing that. Well, all right, guys, look at this. I did it. I finished them. I got the bead done for the pistol. I got the bead done for this one. We decided to go with the red. So yeah, they're all sharpened and they're all completely done. So I need to get some pictures of these and get them out to their owners to make sure they're happy with them. And then I can make any changes or adjustments as needed. So we have the the gargoyle harpoon with the carbon fiber kydex black loop. And this person, I didn't do a bead because this person wants to make their own bead. So I prepped the material for them to make their own bead. So good luck to you to make that bead. I know you can do it because I've seen you do it in the past. So comes out. We have the acid etched and tumbled finish, the jimping on the spine, nice sharp edge, 80 CRV2 again, the desert camo kieranite, gosh, I can't even say that, turned out really well with the black G10 pins and liners. So there is a black liner there, and this thing turned out great, super comfortable in the hand, and I really like the way that this one came out. So let's set that there. Let's talk about the pistol. The pistol came out really good. He wanted the blue loop, the Admiral Blue Jute Micarta with that raptor skin kydex that kind of looks like leather, so it looks awesome. We did the bead, nice big bead for that one, and also with the acid etched and tumbled finish. I do have it all wicked waxed up and protected, so that is 80 CRV2 again, nice wicked edge, super sharp, jimping on the spine right behind the harpoon, the contoured and molded handle with that nice jute micarta is one of my favorite colors that they did with the black G10 pins and tubes, black lanyard, and yeah, this thing came out really, really nice, super comfortable in the hand. For me, it's a 4-finger, just about 4-finger grip. Again, the lanyard's going to come in at that person's hand, got plenty of grip on that jimping. My thumb lands right there, and I think this is going to be a good overall knife. So it's a nice size knife, not necessarily EDC, but when you're getting a pistol, it's going to be a little bit bigger than anything else. But I think that one came out really, really well on that. I got the cards all filled out on these as well. And then we have the hawk. Basically, this person wanted me to recreate the white and red hawk that I just recently did, but he wanted to send his own handle material, which is what this is. So it came out pretty good. The handle material is a little soft, but I think I made it work, and I made it look as good as I possibly could. I did not have any more of that material, so I did the red kieranite bead on this one, but I think overall this one came out pretty nice. We got the red G10 pins and tubes, the hand satin finish on the 80 CRV2 blade. Again, no jimping on this one, but again, the hawk is a really cool EDC sized little blade you can use for many different things. So I think that one is a pretty cool option. So what do you guys think of this so far? These are 3 of the 7 builds for September. And the other ones are all at Peter's Heat Treat, and they're almost done being heat treated there. So we have the pistol, the gargoyle harpoon, and the hawk done for September already. And I have 4 more that I need to get back. Plus, there's that Micro and Wesser project that I'm going to be doing some more work on those too. So anyway, guys, I hope you guys like where these are. I'm going to get some more pictures and videos of these, and you guys will see them all on my social medias here on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Make sure to go check me out. So thank you guys so much. Please remember, subscribe, like, leave a comment, or not. That choice is always yours.